Good morning, students. Today we begin Unit 5. Unit 5 according to our syllabus, and still we have got another unit, Unit 6. In this Unit 5, as you would have noticed in our class syllabus, the revised syllabus, we don't have the first one, reading A. So, Swiss Family Robinson, we don't have. It's a very interesting novel. If you have any time, maybe you can read it, maybe after your exams or so on. Okay, now in this Unit 5, under the title Adventure, we have two important lessons. The first one is Sumba's Adventure, and the second one is Adventures of Ibn Battuta. Okay, now we will begin with Sumba's Adventure. Now, before we begin this poem, better we will study about what we mean by adventure. I don't know whether you know what we really mean by adventure. Adventure means we all think we go to unknown places. We go to unknown places, places which we have not seen, no, unknown, right? Then we meet unknown fear, unknown fear, unknown persons, unknown events. Okay, so we call all this as adventure. But one thing that we should understand, that adventure is not simply going to an unknown places or meeting an unknown foe, unknown enemies, or experiencing an unknown event. No, all these are adventures, but they are not only the adventures. So adventures, in a nutshell, in a simple term, means facing the unknown, facing facing the unknown. So unknown means, we don't know. Okay, KNOW, unknown means we don't know. Okay, so you face something which you really don't know, that we call as adventure. Okay, that unknown could be anything. It could be persons, okay, or it could also be main events, different experiences, or it could also mean meeting very animals, like animals which you will not dare to meet, like lion or tiger or hyena. So all these things, okay, so we call them as unknown. Could be anything else, could be persons, could be incidents, experiences, or could be dangerous animal or dangerous situations you find yourself. Okay, so all this could be unknown. In this context, we can also say that every day we get up. We get up every day. We don't know what the day is going to be, and therefore every day can also be an adventure, because we do not know what is going to happen today to us. We don't know whom we are going to meet today. We don't know what all kind of activities which we are going to do, and therefore every day can be an adventure if we really count every day as a kind of surprises. So in this lesson we are going to see about how this little girl Sumba considers what an adventure is. Okay, right now it's very simple English. I will read here and there, and then if necessary I'll give you the explanation, and then once you listen to this video you can read it on your own. Okay, right, we'll go back to the lesson. Okay, so Unit 5, Lesson 1, Sumba's Adventure. We see the girl now. Literally, she is sleeping, and she is sleeping, and we see all kinds of these images. There's a mountain, high peak, and clouds, birds. We find rivers, and then forests, and you have wild animals. Okay, all these things. Now this girl is sleeping, which means all these things, okay, unknown places, dangerous animals, and unknown beautiful view of forest, river, and so on, are all in her mind, and she is dreaming about it. Okay, how she is going to respond to the dream is what we are going to see today in this lesson. Okay, Sumba's adventure. It is time for an adventure now. So when I rise from bed, I hope to make this normal day adventurous instead. Very simple. Now, literally, this girl is on the bed. She is not anywhere. She is simply on the bed. Okay, now she's about to rise up, and she says, okay, today is a new day, and I am going to make this day an adventurous day. So I already told you in the introduction what we mean by adventure. Adventure means facing the unknown. Okay, you face something that you don't know. Okay, so facing the unknown is what we call as adventure. So this girl exactly has got the point of what an adventure is. It is time for an adventure. Now she says, she's still on the bed, and she says it's a time for an adventure. So when I rise from the bed, when I get up from my bed, I hope to make this normal day. So every day we call as a normal day. Every day we have, and we always consider every day as a normal day. Okay, but every day cannot be a normal day. Each day the activities they change. Even though the activities are habitual, still those habitual actions can also have new elements inside. Okay, so basically every day is an adventurous day. So this girl says, okay, right, I will make this normal day an adventurous one. Now what she really means by adventure we will understand in the second paragraph. Rather than going left, perhaps I will take a right and follow where the road may lead. I will wander till it's night. Now, first two lines are very important. Now she says, rather than going left today, which means always she was taking a left turn. So literally, always when she was going to school or somewhere, she used to take left turn. So she is very much familiar about this direction. But she says, okay, now today for a change, I'm going to take right. So adventure always begins when you take the opposite step, when you really be courageous, when you become courageous towards something which you always fear. That we call as an adventure. So she says, okay, now instead of going left today, I'm going to take right direction and follow where the road may lead. Now I know what lies ahead when I take the left side of the road, but I do not know what lies ahead if I take the right side of the road. So she says, but still I will take the right side and I will go where the road may lead. Okay, I will wander till light, till it's night. What is the meaning of wander? Wander means simply to roam around, simply to roam here and there. Okay, without any destination, without any idea of what we are going to do, without any idea of where we are going. So that act is what we mean by wander. I will wander till it is night. So she says, till night I will be wandering. If any fences, so when she wanders, when she simply goes aimlessly, if she comes across any fences, means fence, fencing, we say, fencing, wall, compound wall that divides or that segregates a particular piece of land or particular large tract of land. That's what we call as any fences. If any fences, gates or walls should rise in front of me, if I meet or encounter any fences, compound wall or any gates or wall in front of me, then what she will do, I will hurdle them with such a bound. Hurdle means jump, to jump over. You see, usually children, they do this. So whenever they come across a kind of small barrier or something, they always have got the tendency to jump over the barrier. So that we call as hurdle. Hurdle means to jump over. So she says, when I encounter any walls, any gates, any fences, I will simply hurdle them with such a bound. Means, as you jump, then you come down. That we call as bound. Okay, and see what I can see. So she says, nothing will ever stop me to see what I really want to see. So whatever limitations I come across, whatever things that I see, I will surely make it a point that I really see and I really experience. Okay, the third paragraph. What special places could I find? Now she says, now of course I am going to an unknown place. Now what are special places? I will find there. If I should walk for miles, so as I told you in the beginning, instead of right turn, you take the opposite way, the left turn, and what happens? You are going towards unknown territory which you don't know. You don't know what lies ahead. Therefore, the same thing she says. Now, if I should walk for miles and miles, I do not know what I will really find. Okay, so she just imagines what she will find. The first thing she says, if any strangers, so strangers are the persons whom you do not know. Persons, we say unknown person. Unknown persons are the strangers. Okay, if any strangers I should meet, I will greet them with a smile. So she says, as I travel towards a road which I have not taken, um, if I meet anybody on the way, any strangers whom I have never met in my life, she says, I will simply smile and go. No, that's a good way. No, you cannot. You don't really want to fight with the strangers. You don't know how powerful he or she is. Okay. Now, the best thing to avoid any kind of conflict in an unknown place is just to smile and go. If the person whom you are smiling at is smiling or doesn't smile, doesn't matter really. Okay, so that's a courtesy. So she says, if I meet any stranger on the way, I will simply smile and go. Though through luscious forests I could roam, or golden hills so tall, I will stroll beside some mighty streams and bathe by waterfalls. Then again, another imagination. What is that? Now, as I take the unknown path, now she is taking the right turn today. That's unknown path. Now, if I take an unknown path, that might lead me towards a forest. Luscious forest means very beautiful forest. We see here, no, this is a luscious forest, very beautiful forest. Forests are really beautiful. There are trees, okay, and the air is very cool. Okay, now everything is clean. Okay, right, that we call as luscious forest. Now she says, through luscious forest I could roam. So roam means just like wander. So roam and wander, they are same. Okay, right. Now through luscious forest I could roam, or golden hills so tall. What's the golden hills? Hills, when they don't have so many trees, they will look like a golden hill, which means they will be like orange color. Right. So she says golden hill so tall. Usually when the hill is very stiff, then naturally you can't find any trees here. Okay, so she says golden hills so tall, I will stroll. Stroll means to walk in a very slow steps, that we call a stroll, means walk slowly in a very relaxed and slow steps. I will stroll beside some mighty streams. Streams, you know, streams means a little water that flows. Okay, it's not a big river, but usually we find streams the mountainside. So these streams, they join together. So number of streams, they join together and then they produce river. Okay, so stream, we can say, is a beginning stage of a river. Okay, right. I will stroll beside some mighty streams and bathe by waterfalls. So waterfalls, you know, we have got so many waterfalls here, since we are living in the mountainous area, and therefore we find so many waterfalls here. And she says, okay, right, now I will walk through luscious forest, beautiful forest, or I might even go to the golden hills that do not have any trees because they are very stiff, very tall. I will stroll beside some mighty streams. I might even find streams, and I will just walk slowly, leisurely, enjoying the scenery. I will just walk and bathe by waterfall. If I see any waterfall, I will bathe. No, usually when we see a waterfall, we'd all like to take a bath there. Okay, so the girl says the same thing. Right, again there is another imagination. What she is imagining, I think of distant mountain tops. Now she says, I'm going to think of a distant mountain tops. What's mountain top? You go to a mountain and then you just go to the top of the mountain. That we call as mountain tops. Okay, the top side of the mountain. I think of distant mountain tops that touch the crimson sky. What is crimson skies yeah, means red sky. Okay, so a sky becomes reddish when it is going to be night. Okay, it's just before the twilight. So evening around 4 to 5, what you observe, the sky is a crimson sky, which is a reddish, sky. Imagine deep and airy caves. What is airy? Deep means, okay, very deep. Airy means something very strange. You do not know what is actually there. Usually when we go through the darkness, especially during the night time, we always sense some kind of strange feeling, that we call as airy feeling, strange airy caves, which means caves we really do not know what is there. Cave doesn't have any sunlight. Okay, it's always dark because it does not have any windows or any openings that can really get the light inside and then lighten it up, and therefore that is a airy cave, strange cave, where sleeping dragons lie. Usually the ancient myth, they say usually the dragons, they love darkness, they always sleep in darkness, they always find themselves in darkness. So usually the dragons lie in the deep caves. If you have ever watched the Hobbit movie, Hobbit, there you will find a dragon. There are many movies which will tell you about dragons. Right now, if you have got any chance, watch Hobbit movie. There are 3 parts. Okay, the second part is about dragon. Okay, Smaug. The name of the dragon is Smaug. Okay, so the natural tendency of a dragon is to sleep, to always sleep in a very dense dark caves. Okay, so she says, okay, now whenever I think of a distant mountain that touch the crimson sky, I always think of strange caves it might contain, and in that strange caves the dangerous dragons might live. Dragons, okay, we don't know whether dragons are alive now. Okay, and we also don't know whether they were alive. Okay, it might be a myth. Okay, we don't know. So she says dragons might be lurking there in the deep dark caves that we find in the high mountain pass. But dragons will mean danger, though. Dragons always, they mean danger. They are very dangerous species animals, and troubles lay ahead. Not everything is nice and kind. There may be things I dread. Now she finally comes to this point: fear. So adventure always brings you fear. Now she began well. She said, okay, I will walk through luscious forest, I will see the beautiful streams, and I will take bath under the waterfalls and so on. I will meet strange people. I will greet them with a smile. And now she talks about what all dangers she might find when she goes through this adventurous journey. Okay, now the first danger is dragons that might be in the deep dark caves. Okay, right. Now that is why she says not everything is nice and kind. There may be things I dread. Here dread means fear. There may be hungry wolves and bears. Okay, when wolves you might know, they are just like a dog, but very powerful than dogs, with lot of hair and so on. Bears, such a huge animal that can very easily kill you. Okay, there may be hungry wolves, wolves which are in hunger, that want to feast on me. Feast on me means, here feast means eat. There may be hungry wolves and bears which might even want to eat me, and lurking spiders with their webs could string me up for a tea. Now the same thing, the spiders, you could once again watch, if you want, you can watch the same Hobbit movie. or you can also watch a Lord of the Rings, Elbow or Lord of the Rings. Okay, there you will find mighty spiders, or even Harry Potter. Okay, so if you watch all these adventurous movies, you will know what spider is, what a spider can do. Big spider. She says first the dragon fear is there, and then again the fear of wolves and bears, and then again she's talking about the spiders. What is spiders? Lurking spiders. Spider here lurking means you hide in order to pounce. So hide in order to bounce on a prey. That is the meaning of lurking. Usually the wild animals like a lion or tiger, they always lurk before they are going to attack the prey. Okay, the same thing the spider will do. Okay, though and lurking spiders with their webs, we know whatever spider spins is we call as web. Okay, webs could string me up. String means to tie. Okay, so even she has a fear of the spider. She says even there may be spiders, they may be lurking around in order to catch me. First they will tie me up, and then they will hang me, and then slowly they will eat me for a tea. Perhaps there will be gobbling folk. What's a gobbling? Goblin means strange, short, and strange creature. They are half human and half animal. Okay, so goblins are half human and then half animal. Okay, they are very strange people, very short, very ugly. They may have very sharp teeth. They always like to kill and eat the human beings. Okay, so even this gobbling folk, we don't know whether they exist or not, but usually in the adventurous stories or in the adventurous movies, you will come across this goblin folk means people. Perhaps there will be goblin folk that cut and stab and thrust. Cut, stab means to stab with a knife, and thrust means to push. Usually the goblin folk, the goblins, what they do, they will catch you. They always go in groups. They will catch you, they will push you, thrust you, and then they will stab you with knife. First they will kill you, and then they will eat you, she says. They have burned the grass that once was green. So these goblin folk, they don't really like green things. They always like to destroy everything. So she says, no, these people, these goblins, they have burned the grass that was once green and turned the land to dust. So goblins, they really don't like trees. They really don't like whatever is green. They always live under the earth. They don't really like water. They always want to be in a dry place, and therefore these goblins, they, in order to live, try to destroy whatever they find very green, wet, and beautiful. Okay, so she says they have turned the land to dust. Well, now she's thinking about all these challenges which she is going to face if at all she is going to take a different direction today. So she says what she is going to decide. Well, I have thought about adventuring. Now she says, okay, right now I have really thought about adventure, what adventure is, whilst lying in my bed. So still she is in the bed. So she says, okay, now on the bed, I really thought of what adventure will be. Okay, right. Still I'm in the bed. I think I will stay here snoozing now and dream of them instead. So she says, okay, fine. Now, even though in one way going for an adventure looks really wonderful, marvelous, and so on, but still it also involves lot of dangers. It also involves meeting dangerous creatures and dangerous folk like goblins and so on. And therefore, what I'm going to do, she says, I will stay here snoozing. Snoozing means to sleep. Sleep peacefully, deeply. That is the meaning of snoozing. And therefore, I will stay here on my bed snoozing, and I am really happy about dreaming about them. Okay, right. So with that we complete. Right. Okay. So with that we complete this lesson, small poem, Sumba's adventure. Now we have you are supposed to study all the meanings in context. Okay, all the lessons, they are part of your practical examination. Okay, they contain 10 marks out of 20. So better study all the meanings in context and all the lessons whatever we have finished up to now. And then you have the comprehension, the question and answer. Okay, follow the notes. mm, if there is any grammar, okay, so this lesson doesn't have any grammar. If possible, we may have some grammar here in the third lesson. I will teach you. Okay, right, so have a nice day, all the best.